Welcome to the Food Joint Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mills.
I'm your guy, P.
What's happening, brother? How you?
I'm chilling, man. Can't complain. Same old, man.
Yeah, for sure. So, we can't go a week without giving you guys an episode. This is going to be news to P. I'm going out of town in a couple days, so we couldn't really lock in because we both been kind of super busy. But the phone thing has always been like a safe haven for us. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, so we always want to hold it down for y'all. We always want to give you something. So, what's going on, man? I know you've been busy, man. They cooking you in there?
It's a combination, actually, of busy and not being busy, if that makes sense. So, the way my job is set up, working for the athletics department, if there's no athletics to be had, there's no reason for us to be there. So, we have our stretches where we don't work for 3, 4, 5 straight days. And then we have our stretches where we'll come back off of being off for a week and then work 2 weeks straight nonstop. Like, the shit is crazy, bro.
Oh, no consistency whatsoever.
Absolutely none now that the school is out for the summer. Absolutely none. And it's a deal breaker for most. A lot of people have been asking me lately, how do I do it? I said, listen, man, I love my job. I love what I do. But my one of my Achilles heels, and I know you can relate to this because you know this is 100% true about your boy. I'm loyal to a fault.
The 1000% true.
Like, bro, like the engine can be on fire and I could have 3 flat tires and I'll be leaking oil and transmission fluid and I'll say, oh no, she won't make it.
That's a fact. Respectfully, I think Megatron was on the brink of blowing up, and you still was like, "Listen."
Megatron was pristine. Megatron was never on the brink of blowing up.
Oh, okay.
But that's pretty much my situation right now. So, it is what it is. Today and tomorrow, me and my team will be at the Leah Core Center. Well, we were there earlier. We'll be there tomorrow
Oh, all right.
helping out. So that's one of the small perks of the company that I work for. They have so many accounts all over the place that when one is slow, if another one needs assistance, we can always pick up hours someplace else. It's a pain in the ass, but it's a good problem to have.
No, for sure, for sure. Sidebar. Happy birthday to the missus. Shout out to her.
Yeah, birthday was this past Tuesday. It just passed 13th.
Yeah.
I will definitely let her know that we here at the Food Joint Podcast wish her happy birthday. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm not going to let her know.
Yeah, she could just
I'm just
tune
going to
in.
wait to see how long it takes for her to tune in and hear it for herself.
Yeah, so Yolanda, happy birthday from your boy. So listen, let's just get right into tails. Let me kick it off. So a couple weeks ago, I told a story about my first write up. So this week, I'm gonna tell the story about my second one. Now, I'm big on accountability. This was 1000% my fault. It could have been fixed. So the thing was, I was burnt out. This is Steakhouse. I was super burnt out, and this is what caused me to get shipped off to New York. I was burnt out. I think I was working like 22 days straight.
Damn.
Yeah, I was because I had Chef Pain in the Ass got canned, and I'm the only one that really knew what was going on. I had experience as an exec, so I kind of knew how to like keep the ship rolling. So it was a Friday. I got to go home early, and by early we closed at 11 on Fridays and Saturdays. I got to go home at 6 o'clock.
Damn.
It was fuck everything after that. I forgot to call in an order for 30 lobsters that we needed on Sunday.
Mm.
Saturday, busy. I didn't even think about it. We just get through Saturday. That Sunday, I was off. Nobody called me to say that there was a problem. And the crazy part was I was so invested, and just like you, loyal to a fault. I would have ran, got them lobsters, and came, dropped them off.
Right.
Nobody said nothing. So that Tuesday, I come back. I called out that Monday because I was super tired. Come back that Tuesday. My district manager was there. So he was like, "What happened Sunday?" I'm like, "I didn't hear anything. So what did happen Sunday?" He's like, "You were supposed to order those 30 lobsters. You forgot to order them." And I said, "You're 1,000% right. I totally forgot." And he kept it a buck. He was like, "I know you burnt out. This is the times like you need to ask for help." I'm like, "Who am I ask?" I was like, nobody had the presence of mind to do the count before the night started. Like, I can't be held accountable for everything. But I was like, you know what? No problem. Just make sure after the day, you hold everybody to the same standard you hold me. He was like, that's no problem because you won't be here. What you mean I won't be here? So he's like, listen, we are going to have to write you up because, you're responsible for all this stuff, but you need to go to New York. And I was like, why do I need to go to New York? He was like, well, one, we need you to help out. And he's like, it'll do you some good to see something different. And, you're going to go for 2 weeks. 2 weeks turn to 8 months. So off that write up, I had created a whole new life in another city in the state. So that's my tales,
Well,
man.
that was definitely the light at the end of the tunnel.
Boy, was it. Ran right into all the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. I think I came back to help out for Valentine's Day. I probably came back in like the end of February, early March, like for good. Then they started playing with my money. So I'm gonna just go back
I
home.
could. So my tales, we'll keep it on the same plane. We'll keep it on write ups. Now we already spoke about the one from the spot back in the day,
Yeah, that got
and I
you. That
tried to
almost got
go
you
there
canned.
again. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, no
But
problem.
no, that at the spot back in the day, that was the one and only write up. It was a major write up, but that was the only time in 10 years of working at that place that I got written up.
For sure.
This write up happened at the hotel. So for anybody that's never been disciplined at their job, kudos to you. But write ups, if you don't know, they come in steps, typically in steps of four, I believe. And let me know if I'm missing one. So usually in the beginning, you got your verbal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people call it different things, but it's like your little slap on the wrist. Hey, I saw that. Don't do it again. Then after your verbal, you got your written. You got your first written. Then you have your second written. Then you have your suspension. And then good old number five, the last one is termination. You out the door.
Not to cut you off, hotels give you a lot of leeway with that because the joint, the last hotel I worked at, you had 3 writtens and then a suspension.
I'm going based off of
The
the
averages.
spot back in the day.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
nursing home was five.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So I'm at the hotel and I got a verbal, and the verbal was 1,000% my fault. I didn't give a fuck because it was a verbal, so it was like, all right, whatever. But I remember it like it was yesterday. I was the cafeteria guy at the time, so I'm responsible for all the cafeteria food. Now, cafeteria guy, cafeteria is open twice a day. Um, Lunch and dinner. It's the same meal, but for the day crew, night crew. So lunch was from 11 to 2, and dinner went out at 4, and dinner was from like 4 to 6. Now, depending on what kind of menu we had that day, cafeteria could be a pain in the ass to do, or it could be easy breezy. This day in particular, easy breezy. I had cafeteria done and together by like 2:45. had everything in the hot box by 3, had the sternos in there, it's good to go. Now, the reason why I say it was 1,000% my fault that day is because instead of being a leader, I was being a follower. Because I saw what my coworkers were doing, and a lot of them, when they got done, they would leave early. Like I'm not sitting around on the clock. I'll just get somebody to put it out for me. I'm going. So that's what I did. I said I'm out. So my coworkers knew that I left, but I didn't tell my supervisor that I had left. And just my luck, that day in particular, my food and beverage director was looking for me for something. He was like, "Yo, where's Pat at?" And they was like, "Oh, he bounced." What you mean he bounced? He left. Who do you tell? I mean, he told me. I know. I knew he was leaving. He didn't just leave. I knew he was leaving. And he said, "Yeah, but I mean, who did he tell?" Like, oh no, he ain't tell nobody. So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I left at like 3:05. Supposed to get off at 4 o'clock. Came to work the next day. Nice little verbal warning sitting there waiting for me at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Come here. Come in this office. We gotta talk for a second, real quick.
Yeah, my supervisor was like pissed because it's like, dog, you should know better. Like, what are you doing? But also like, listen, main man made a big deal about it. I didn't give a fuck. I was going to let it go, but because he said something, I got to do it. You know how it go. And I was like, no, I know how it go. And I got my verbal warning and my tenure at the hotel. That was the only time I got written up.
I mean, that's a little light, John. They didn't have to do that.
No, they didn't. But my food and beverage director, he didn't particularly care for me at that time. So it probably gave him extreme pleasure to give me that verbal warning because he was the type. I was there by default. If it was up to him, I wouldn't have been there. So I knew if he had anything to do with it, it was coming.
Man, I hate managers like that. Like if you don't like somebody or you want them going, just say it. Like you don't gotta play the games. And it's
No, let's sure. And he's the food and beverage director that didn't approve me passing my 90-day probation. So typical 90-day probation, 3 months, whatever the case may be.
mhm.
My probation was 4.5 months. When my probation was getting ready to be up, he told me, "Pat, you're a good guy. You got a positive attitude. You always come in here ready to work. You're never late. And for those reasons, that's why I'm deciding to keep you. But as far as work, quality of work, and your work ethic, I'm not sold yet. So I'm not passing you. I'm not passing your probation. I'm going to extend it for a little while longer. That little while longer was a month and a half. 4.5 months into me working there, I finally passed my probation.
But that's on the people that's supposed to train you. How they gonna fault you for that?
It was a combination of both.
Okay.
Like I'll fully take accountability for the shit that I was doing, and because I've had so much success other places, I came in like I was bull. Like I had but I was the new guy. I ain't accomplished shit. I ain't know what I was doing, but you couldn't tell me I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
So it was yeah, a lot of that shit was on me. I'm
Okay.
not going to get into all the details. I'll be talking forever, but no, a lot of it was on me.
Yeah, yeah. You say that for another episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you got for us, bro? I heard this show's supposed to be a doozy.
Yeah, you could say a doozy. It might cause some conflict, but in honor of Juneteenth, which is Monday, I figured we do like a tier list of sorts on soul food.
Okay.
So for those who have been living under a rock that aren't aware of what Juneteenth is, it's the federal holiday now. So we making strides. Federal holiday that commemorates the emancipation of the enslaved African Americans. The official, not You know, when they said it, but still had slaves. It's the official when everybody got the word African Americans are free. So, in honor of that, I figure, you know, we do a tier list based on some soul food. So, we got 3 tiers. We got God tier, we got mid, and we got trash. So I'm gonna name a couple different items. You know, you put where you think where they go. I'll, you know, offer my input. We gonna have to bigger and banner about some of these things because we might not agree, and then you know we just go on from there. So what do you think about that?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, fried chicken. And I know. Just picture. I know you don't eat meat anymore. Pause.
No, no, that's fine.
But
Now, before I give my tier listing,
hmm
is it? Excuse me. I'm sorry. Is it just give your tier and on to the next one, or give your tier and explain?
if we don't agree, we can expound. Some of these just go without saying.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say for fried chicken, I'm gonna say mid tier,
What?
and there's a reason behind it.
Go ahead.
Fried chicken for me is mid tier because everybody cannot make fried chicken. And I've had in my lifetime some terrible fucking fried chicken in my life. And I've had some amazing fried chicken in my life. And because there's been such a mixture of bad and good, I gotta just put it in the mid.
I got there, bro. I've never had bad fried chicken.
Oh no, listen, I've had terrible fried chicken. I listen, I had
I
fried
hate that
chicken
for you.
like bro, like I had fried chicken, bro. One time, though, I think the worst fried chicken that I've ever had in my life. Somebody literally cleaned the chicken, seasoned it, and just fried it right in the oil. No,
So they
no
just made wings.
flour, no flour, no batter, no egg wash, no nothing, just no crunch, just all hard skin. Pause.
Ugh.
Exactly, bro. I've been around the mulberry bush with fried chicken. And I wanted to give it God tier. I really did because majority of my fried chicken excursions were phenomenal, but there's a couple that I wish I could forget.
Damn. I hate that for you, bro. I'm sorry. We could. What I'm gonna do? I'm keeping track. We could post like put up what we had on each category, but I hate that for you. I can honestly say just while you explaining that, I get it why you gave it mid. Like I would be pissed off too. Too.
Yeah, bro.
All right. Cornbread.
God tier.
You for real? God tier?
Yeah, I've well, one.
Hold
I
hold on.
still don't. Huh?
Hold on. Trash.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. Fuck cornbread. I know I'm getting cussed out when people listen to this, but nah, bro. If I never see cornbread again, I'll be okay. See it. Don't even gotta taste it. If I never see it, I'll be all right.
Hmm.
I don't get it.
You know, crazy part about it is
Mm,
you know who has some of the best cornbread on the com?
who?
Boston Market.
I took a bite. It,
Boston Market's fresh cornbread with like the butter on it and everything else. See, for me, cornbread has to be like Krispy Kreme when they first turn that light on.
it can't get room temperature. It gotta be hot.
Yeah, like it has to be like hot and ready, like Little Caesars, bro. With the melted butter on top or whatever the case may be. Like once it
Mhm.
sits,
Trash.
nah. Because the thing is, I can't eat cornbread cold or room temperature. It has to be warm.
Okay.
I treat cornbread almost like it's a dessert, like it's a piece of pound cake or something like that.
Okay. I hear you. Okay. Turkey wings.
Mid,
Um, Trash.
yeah, like mid because The babe and my sister-in-law
Make
can make some bomb ass turkey wings, but I've never been a big turkey wing guy. They're like big and obnoxious looking. Like they're stupid to me. But
yeah.
if you know how to make them, they're excellent. But it's a process, and people don't realize actually how long it takes to really make good turkey wings because again they're so big, and it's a lot of like muscle and like tendon in it and everything else. So if you do cook it long enough, it's going to be tough as fuck.
Now I will say this: the if I have like the smothered turkey wings, but it's like the meat is like falling off the bone, and I put it on top of like mash, I fucks with it heavy.
Okay,
But just turkey wings by themselves can't do it, bro. Trash for me.
I got you. And I listen. I totally agree.
All right. Uh, yams.
Trash.
We about to get canceled, yeah.
I was listen, bro. Like I was never a big yams guy. I was always a sweet potato guy.
Trash. I'm with you. I don't get what's the big deal. I'm with you. We on the same page, man.
Yeah, like, and then like when it comes to yams, there's only one way to make it really. Like I mean, some people get freaky with it and do it in a skillet or whatever, but then that's when you're doing it for like yourself or like one other person. You usually bake it in the oven, but then you got your syrup, you got your sugar, your brown sugar, your butter, all that shit, whatever, however you want to doctor it up to make it sweet, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's like, all right, like I don't get it. Like what's the big deal? I sweet potatoes for me over yams every day of the year.
Okay, so sweet potatoes. What you put it at?
God's here, bro.
Sweet potatoes. I gotta put trash too. Yeah.
God's here, bro.
I
It's
mean,
very rare. It's very rare, bro. Because sweet potatoes are one of the things that I still eat. It's
true.
very rare that I've had bad sweet potatoes, bro. Like what? Now, granted, I purposely try to stay away from them because they're so sweet and delicious,
Mm-hmm.
and people make sweet potatoes in their mind like they want to make people diabetic.
Yeah, they might as well just make cake. Like,
And like my boss, I saw him make his own variation of sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving. He
mm-hmm.
made it at work, and he made streusel first and
Mm,
incorporated the streusel in his sweet potatoes.
that sounds fire.
Bro, when I tell you it was a labor of love, but it was the craziest shit I've ever seen in person in real life in reference to sweet potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I will never ever make sweet potatoes normal again. From now on, if I'm making it, I'm making that shit with streusel. And he made so much of it. He has it in the fish flat in the freezer at work, and we just pull it out as needed and just use whatever, just boop 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 boop, boop and incorporate it and whatever you got to put it in and put it back.
That sounds fire. I might gotta try that myself.
Yeah, bro. So God's here for me on the sweets.
All right, mac and cheese. Uh oh.
If there was a tier between mid and God, it would be that.
Nah, we can't do that. Come on, we can't do that.
Then I
We
have
can't do
to,
that.
I have to go mid tier because I've had some terrible macaroni and cheese in my life.
You know what? But I'm thinking about it differently. I'm just thinking about the best I've ever had of these specific dishes. But I gotta honestly say, I've definitely had some mid, borderline trash mac and cheese. But for the most part, God tier, man. I think the best shout out to the homie Brock. If y'all got the Patreon, y'all know Brock. That's my brother. His wife mac and cheese. I bow down to her. Her mac and cheese is crazy.
Now, I will say this: I'm not one to toot my own horn, but my macaroni and cheese has gotten phenomenally great over the past year. So I have to at some point make my homemade mac and cheese for like people or somebody because pound for pound, not like I'm not going to get super braggadocious and be like, oh, like hands down, like top five in the city or some bullshit like that. But in the neighborhood, in our neighborhood, because we live so close to each other, in our neighborhood, top five, bro.
I might gotta see you about that. We might have
Bro.
to have a mac and cheese off.
I mean, listen, we can have a friendly competition.
Yeah, you know, listen, it's just all love at the end of the day. We just gonna be being fat boys about it. But yeah, my mac and cheese is kind of like that. I gotta just
Yeah.
toot my own horn, toot toot. Mac and cheese
Hmm?
kind. I said just to toot my own horn a little bit, little toot toot. Mac and cheese kind of like that.
Okay.
All right, so collard greens.
Gotcha, bro.
God there with the collard greens.
In my entire life, and I'm extremely grateful and lucky to be in this position, I've never had bad homemade collard greens. I will I will um I will extract like fast food and like some soul place joints because
Mm-hmm.
like you go like it's a spot around our way, around my mom way, around the corner on Ogans. The name of the store is called Barbecue Town,
Hey
but
yo,
Koreans run that joint.
hey yo, listen. Time out. I've never got greens from there because you know I don't eat pork. But let me tell you something. When they first opened up, I was there at least twice a week.
When they first opened up, it was amazing.
Oh my
But over
god.
the years, they fell off so bad. I don't know what happened. They used to have some of the best wings, best mac and cheese. Bro, my platters, I would get the same shit every one time I went. I would get wings, fry hard, salt, pepper, ketchup. I would get mac and cheese and sweets. And then if I was feeling froggy, I would get a side of vegetable, particularly greens. Man, me and the babe got together, got serious. We moved way up the Northeast. I was down my mom way one day. Went to the town.
Mm,
Trash, bro.
they fell off, man. It hurts.
Trash, bro.
It hurts. It hurts. But yeah, I got a mid tier for collard greens. It's legit been 50-50. Like it's either I had them amazing or not so much.
Do you know people that makes greens that don't put a little a splash of vinegar in them, Jones?
Yes, I'm I'm one of them.
You don't?
I don't need it. But see, but that's attributed to God. I know so many other ways to not make it. Let's call a spade a spade. People add vinegar so it don't taste flat. Like you need a little zip to it. Like I know enough like to
But
not need vinegar.
I think the people that add the vinegar, like you said, so it doesn't taste flat, they just aren't seasoning it properly, or they're putting way too much water in the pot.
Yeah. But see, with my greens, I do a couple other things too that I know people just don't do.
Okay.
So, like my greens, like it's well, like flavorful, not like super seasoned. They ain't gonna be like damn, they like it's too much salt, like you could tell. But I do a couple different things with my greens.
Speaking of greens, at the event that we're doing at the Leah Core Center tomorrow, collard
Mm.
greens is on the menu. And I had to, bro, I was pissed. I had to trim, cut down, wash, and put in Lexons no, five fucking cases of collard greens today.
Oh, how many? How much? How many pounds was the case?
I don't know, but they're like a standard case. Like the case, the size of the case was similar to a size of a case of like a 50-pound case of potatoes. It was like that size.
Oh, so it's probably like 25. Damn, yo, that's when you're supposed to like pull a chef to the side. Like you're supposed to get these cut right. like, like this is one of them times you got to eat the cost.
But you know what though? I wasn't even tripping. You know why?
Made
The
that
entire time we was there all day, I did two things. I
greens.
cut greens, I cut greens, and I made pineapple sauce.
Oh,
So
see, it was milk.
so from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's all I did.
I'm not mad at you. Not mad at you at all. You was working smart, not hard.
Yeah, I said fuck that shit, bro.
All right, deviled eggs.
Oh God, here. I love deviled eggs.
Man, listen. You will not hear any discrepancies from me. I listen. You could do 2 dozen deviled eggs. I'll probably eat 2 dozen deviled eggs. No, what? Hands down, no questions asked. Just give me the whole
Yeah,
tray.
I love deviled eggs. I just don't like when people make them too loose. Like I don't need runny yolk.
Oh no, I gotta be a little stiff, a little texture.
Yeah, yeah.
Even a little, even it like you don't gotta like make it all like pureed. Even just a little bit of texture, a little bit of chunk of the yolk.
You see how over the pandemic people was getting freaky with the deviled eggs. They got the deviled eggs. They putting the shrimp on it, and this and that, and all these different variations. And I'm like, look at you, motherfuckers.
Listen, let me tell you something. My deviled eggs is crazy. I pat myself on the back. My fried deviled egg is to not be fucked with.
Your fried deviled egg?
Yes.
Wow,
Hmm.
I've never seen one.
I know. Over the pandemic, I had a lot of time to think, and I thought, why this ain't never been done, or why haven't I saw it? So let me figure out how to do it. And then at the old gig, I did it, and they were like, "What the fuck? What is this?" I was like, "Just try it." Crack. When you gonna make it again? Nah, not anytime soon. But
Was you there? I don't know if you was there. I hope you was there. If you wasn't there, I apologize. Were you there at the crib that time when over during the pandemic when I had cooked all that food and had that little showcase and shit at the crib?
I wasn't there.
I had made deviled eggs for that John. And it was the first time I had ever made them. And I just watched a YouTube video real quick and then just freaked that shit the way I wanted to.
Hmm.
And everybody was like, yo, them Jones was crazy.
Oh yeah, listen, it's not hard, but the people who make the god tier ones really know what they're doing.
Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
The only thing I did when I went to Restaurant Depot and got all and did all my shopping, I bought a jug of hard boiled eggs from them. I wasn't boiling them eggs and doing all that and cracking shells or whatnot. That's the one thing I said I'm not doing.
oh, when you're doing a showcase, no, I get that for sure.
Yeah, just cut them joints in half, drop the yolk in the joint in the bowl, boom, 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 add your accoutrement, and that's it. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I don't got time for that.
I got you. All right, moving on. Grits.
God here, I fucking love grits, bro. Love grits, bro. But I can't eat my grits if I don't got cheese in it.
So, are you a sweet or savory person?
Savory. I do not put sugar in my grits. I hate people that put sugar in their grits. My boss puts sugar in his grits, and I cringe every time I see him do it.
That's crazy. I wish there was a category below trash for
Oh,
grits.
you, oh, you don't like
Man,
grits at
fuck
all?
grits.
Okay.
No, can't never.
So if you can't eat grits, you can't eat cream of wheat then neither.
Oddly enough, I can. I love cream of wheat. God tier cream of wheat for me. I don't know.
Okay.
It's it's two, but see, it's two different textures, two different things. They just kind of look similar.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because cream of wheat is almost like in the oatmeal family.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Oatmeal, God tier for me too. So, but
There's one brand of, well, one flavor of oatmeal that I will eat all day, every day, no matter what. My mom bought it for me as a young bull back in the day, and I still get it. So it's definitely like it's the instant oatmeal in the pack, joint you rip open,
yeah,
whatever, put
yeah,
in the microwave and shit.
nothing wrong with that.
Um, it's a raisin, date, and walnut oatmeal.
Whoa,
When I tell you,
where did she get that from?
I don't know where she got it from. They sell it everywhere, bro. It's Quaker. They make it.
I
Raisin,
don't.
date, raisin, date, and walnut, bro.
You know what it probably is. I look for the apple cinnamon only, or the mix of the strawberries and cream, bananas and cream. That's probably why I
Oh
never
my
paid attention.
goodness, the cream joints, bro, like peaches and cream. So look, on some fat boy shit, I'll take one of each flavor and mix
Mix
all
them all
that shit
together.
together,
Listen, I do.
bro. I'll have strawberry, banana, peaches, and blueberry all in the same bowl.
Listen, I ain't gonna mix them all together, but I'll do strawberries and bananas, or I'll do strawberries and blueberries.
I mix all them joints, bro.
Flames, flames.
And then on some super fat boy shit, and I put Zoe on to it, and she loves it. I'll make my oatmeal, and then I'll get a piece of bread, and I'll dunk the bread in the oatmeal and eat the bread.
I never heard of that. What kind of bread?
Either either white or potato.
I don't know. I might gotta try the potato joint, bro. Cause potato bread already sweet, and then we get. Ooh.
Get a piece of bread. Don't rip the bread. Just get a piece of bread and dunk it in the oatmeal because the oatmeal is going to make the bread soft because it's so hot. Dunk the bread in the oatmeal and then eat the bread with the oatmeal on the bread, bro. You're going to call me right afterwards. And you're either going to say one of two things, bro, where has this been all my life? Or you a nasty motherfucker. You can keep shit. But you're going to call me either way because you're either going to be outraged or you're going to be super happy.
I might try it. You know what I mean? I might. You know what? I'm gonna definitely do the potato bread just off the cuff. I just thought about this. Might even do it with raisin bread.
No, take a puff.
Might even do it with the raisin bread. Shout out to Zoe.
Oh yeah, do it with the raisin bread.
Just thought it just popped up in my head.
I mean, but if you want to get super exotic, I don't know why you would have both of these things at the same time. But if you want to get super exotic, do it with a piece of French toast.
I be having time. I might make the French toast out the raisin bread just to put it in the oatmeal.
See, there you go, bro.
Man, pot of sugar too.
Mm.
Listen, people, we just be shooting off the hip, giving y'all recipes, just ideas. This is what happens when you really you're a professional, or you take your craft serious. You just think of what's the most gluttonous thing I can make that'll make me happy.
No, for sure.
So, banana pudding,
Got to.
trash.
I mean, I know why you say it's trash though, because you're a texture guy.
Yeah, and then it's just like I don't know. It just to me, it just seems like every time I had it, it's always
Oh, wait
missing
a minute. Hold
something.
on, hold on, hold on. I apologize. I answered it too fast. I was thinking of a different dessert that I know you're not going to like. But banana pudding for me, now listen, I know this is your thing, but I got to mention it while it's on my mind. Banana pudding for me is mid tier, but I will tell you what's God tier for me.
What?
Bread pudding.
See, here's
Bread
the,
bread pudding, aka monkey bread.
see, here's the thing though. Bread pudding is trash. I just make a really good one. That's the only thing. I just hear the utter disdain in your voice.
Yeah, bro. For a second, you almost wasn't my cousin no more. But it's cool.
I'm just listen, God, let it be. I'm sorry, bro. I told you, like, as bad as much as I wanted to do this, and we need, and, just to make it light and fun, I could do without bread, banana, pudding. I'm cool. One day, I'm gonna make banana pudding, and I'm gonna want you to try it. I know it's not gonna be like this ain't right, but you gonna have to let me know if it's like flames or not. Cause every time I had banana pudding, I'm like, it's not good because something's missing. It's only missing one or two things.
I got you.
So I mean, I'm open to it, trying it again. But all right, we got like a couple more.
Uh,
Black eyed peas.
mid.
Mid, okay,
Yeah.
trash for me, but
Yeah, black eyed peas. I'm a fan of them, but I have to be in the mood for it.
like it gotta be New Year's, like once a year.
No, I can listen. If I'm in the mood for that shit once a month, I'll eat it once a month. But I don't know how to make them. I've never made them. I've always eaten somebody else's. And luckily for me, when I've had black eyed peas, they all came from people that actually know what they're doing.
Okay. Oh, so it wasn't like I don't know, maybe, maybe not.
Right,
Got you,
right.
got you. All right, two more. Fried fish. Now, the caveat to this, whatever fish whatever fish you associate with fried fish, that's what it is.
Okay. Fried fish for me is God tier because my fried fish, I typically go for fried flounder
Mm-hmm.
or fried swai. I hope I pronounced it right. The SWAI.
I think it's however you pronounce it. It's either Psy or Swy. It doesn't matter. But
Now,
you fancy.
I was dicking around one time at work, and I made some fried salmon.
I don't know if this place is still open. Cotton's in West Philly.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. God tier fried salmon.
Oh, you can't forget the fried catfish.
All right. So real quick, fried flounder, God tier. The catfish thing, I've had it. I've had it where it's like God tier, and I've had it like it got it like that metal taste. Like if you
Okay.
don't do what you're supposed to do to like get some of that iron and that taste out of catfish, it could ruin the experience for somebody.
No, I agree 1,000%.
Yeah. But yeah, we agree. We agree. So last one. Say the best for last. Cobbler. Now, caveat.
Peach cobbler?
You pick your favorite cobbler.
Peach cobbler is the only cobbler that I've ever had.
And okay, we can run with peach cobbler. Where do you rank peach cobbler?
Motherfucking God tier. What? What? Like, what are we even talking about?
We might fight
And
because we
I'm gonna tell you why.
go
I'm gonna
ahead.
tell you why. God tier for me because I've never not had good peach cobbler because people that don't know how to fucking make peach cobbler
Don't make.
typically don't make
They don't
peach
even
cobbler
try.
because people will expose you and cuss you the fuck out so bad if you get their hopes up, get their taste buds ready for this peach cobbler and it's ass. You might actually get kicked off of the food holiday detail forever. It's like, bro,
Why'd you even
next year,
try? You could have bought a
like yeah,
pie.
like next year or like if this is Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up, just bring the paper plates, bro, or just bring the cups, or just bring the ice. You're done.
Yo, listen, it's just as bad. I'll say this: fucking up the peach cobbler is just as bad as reneging at spades at the cookout.
Yeah.
You might leave with some bumps and bruises, fucking around like that. But I'll have to say this: I make a phenomenal peach cobbler. With that being said, trash. Now, I just had this last year. Blueberry cobbler? Holy shit. Motherfucking God tier.
I mean, now, like I said, I've never had any cobbler but peach, but I've had phenomenal blueberry pie.
Nah, blueberry. Okay, yeah, blueberry pie is God tier. That's just a complete different thing. But when I tell you I had blueberry cobbler for the first time last year, lie to you not, I still got still got two pieces in the freezer. I took a whole pie off the whole pie in 2 days, and then tucked a couple for a rainy day.
Now, do you eat it with ice cream or you eat it by itself?
I do the vegan ice cream,
Okay.
but you gotta be yeah. And I wait for it to get all soggy, and I just mix it together.
Mm. You know what? You know what people are going to say? It's a nasty combination. Like, how does he do this? He picked Mills, take him off the show.
What happened?
I've had, and it was on accident. I had okra and black eyed peas mixed together, and when I tell you it was heaven, it was heaven.
See, people won't even say that because I'm gonna tell you something. I love okra.
Oh, I love okra. Yolanda hates it. She will not eat okra. I love okra. So when she sees a bag of okra in the freezer or like some fresh okra in the refrigerator, she knows, oh, this is a personal mission. Like I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing to do with this.
Oh, you fighting this fight by yourself? I could tell. This
Yeah,
ain't.
bro. I love okra.
No, I fucking love okra. Like this is gonna sound crazy. Just my Caribbean side of me. It's a dish called okra slime. Delish. Because like okra, like it if you cook it long enough, it gets like the texture gets weird. It's like gooey, but it's still got a little like crunch to it. Not crunch, but still got a little texture to it. That's kind of similar. So that's one of my favorite things. So I love okra. Oddly enough, I don't like fried okra though.
Okay. I mean, not really. Fried okra isn't really for me either. So I'm there with you.
Oh, all right, cool, cool, cool. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get this list typed up so y'all can cuss us out individually and not as a unit. Cause P got some splaining to do. I know I got some splaining to do. But just hit us up on IG. We'll answer for ours.
No, absolutely. And you know what? Honestly, listen, this show was so unique, especially with what you had planned for us today, that I think we just should just end it on a high note, just right off of the food, y'all. Just leave it the way it is.
Yeah. We just post. Yeah. You right. So you want to get in a motivational? We just leave that where it's at. Get in a motivational and get on up out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll
What you
go
got?
first this week.
Do your thing.
All right, so for this week, my motivational mic drop would be keep it private because people love to ruin shit.
That's a fucking bar. It's so true. So true.
And what I mean by keep it private, I'm talking about everything. Your love life, your work life, your personal life, your finances, everything. Keep it private because you let the wrong people in and jealousy creeps in or hate, which is kind of like the same thing.
Hmm.
People will love to be able to shit on you and rain your parade.
And sometimes, realistically, people don't even know that they hating. Because even the subtle, like, why he wear that shirt? That's and they don't even realize that's hate. It's just, hey, listen, like, you know, mind your
Yep.
business. I wore this shirt because I like it.
The funniest part though for that for me is well how's he able to do all of that? Or how is she able to do what she's doing? Or how she how she got two cars. So one of them paid off. Did a nigga buy one of them Jones for her? What's she doing? She got her OnlyFans. He's he's selling drugs. He hustled on the side. Like how can they afford to live these lifestyles? And it's like, yo, instead of hating on people and worrying about what they doing, why don't you ask them, how can I attain this? What do I have to do to be able to live as comfortably as you? Because that's what I want for myself. So give me the keys, give me the gems, so I can go out here and do it. Because if you're not gonna put in the work, what you hate?
Yeah, there's no need to comment.
Yeah. And again, that's why I tell people just keep your shit private.
Nah, for sure. So for my motivation on this week, um, it's a quote by Vernon Sanders Law. He says, "Experience is a hard teacher because she gives the test first and the lesson afterwards."
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so experience is the best teacher, but it's kind of contradictory because like you're supposed to be taught and then you take the test later. Life just is the complete opposite, but I think that's by design and it just works out better. Sometimes you gotta make mistakes and do the wrong things to figure out how to do the right thing.
I
So,
agree.
so all right, man. Well, it's been a good episode. Thanks for bearing with us. We out here. We out here working on some things.
No, listen, it's been a great episode, and I like these episodes that are kind of off brand to what we normally do because these kind of episodes will help keep the audience more engaged because again, they're either applauding our answers or they're cussing us out, and I really hope, like you alluded to, that they actually do comment and DM and you know get at us for these answers of ours because I love how interactive our shows can be.
Oh yeah, for sure. Shout out to the
And
Patreon. Real quick, shout out to the Patreon too. They be commenting, they be talking about us, and they get a whole lot. They get the pop series, they get the one-off episodes. Like we had a homies on. We do so much over on the Patreon. Like y'all might as well just head over there. Y'all get the episodes a day early. Y'all get random episodes during the week. Like we got a lot of content going on over there. So instead of just waiting every Saturday, let's go ahead, pay that little $5. Slide on over to the Patreon, man. You could just go and check it out for yourself. It's fun. It's a fun time over
absolutely,
there. And then
absolutely.
you get way more over there. It ain't just food. We talk about everything from we touched on when me and P first met to where we at now in life and any and everything in between. We talk sports. There's a couple pop episodes up there. that's about to go up there. Like we touch on it all. Like, and if you want more of that stuff too, and you're a part of the Patreon, just comment. Send us an email at thefoodjointpodcast@gmail.com. Like, we open to all suggestions. And if you want to be a part of the show, same thing. Hit us up at thefoodjointpodcast@gmail.com. Listen, real quick, before I forget, The Bear, June 22nd. Please, if you're listening, at The Bear FX, just plug us in. Plug us in. That's
And
all.
that's next week.
It's next week.
Next Thursday.
Plug us in.
Is Hulu dropping the entire series at once?
Yes, sir.
I might binge that joint in 2 days.
Oh, we on the same page.
Like Thursday, Friday, I'll be done by Saturday.
We on the same page. If anything, I might be done that Sunday. I might just wait and just take a day and just binge the whole thing.
Well, I think it's safe to say that our Bear episode season 2 review will definitely be coming up shortly after it's released.
Oh hell yeah! Matter of fact, we'll give it 2 weeks.
All right,
Because if it come out the 22nd,
we'll give it until first week of July.
Yeah, first week of July. Yeah, we'll give y'all time because we're going to analyze it. We're going to talk up and down, back and forth about that. So we're gonna give y'all time. And what we will do too is just be like, spoiler alert. I'll get a little alert sign, a little alert sound to let y'all know, like, hey, listen, heavy spoilers, because we're gonna talk about it all. So
sure we are.
Yep. So you want to close this out, bro?
Yeah. So per usual, we hope that everybody has a good week, a fulfilled week, a safe week, depending on where you are, for sure.
Hell yeah.
It's summertime. Everybody knows how crazy it gets in the summertime. And we continue to thank you all for your loyalty, for your support, for continuing to stick with us, for continuing to listen, and being as engaged and enthused with what we have going on. We cannot do what we do without any of you. So we really want you guys to know that and to own it, because there is no Food Joint podcast without our audience.
Big facts.
Because what we're doing for you guys, we've been doing this between each other for years. So it's really refreshing to actually have people to talk to.
Listen, I don't got it pulled up right now, but I do want to shout out all the people that's on our Patreon. Next week, I will shout you guys out by name for sure. So we want to plug them in. That way, everybody who's hearing this on Saturday, you can get this shout out too. Like, we share the love, and like when we make it, y'all make it too. Y'all as much a part of it as we are. So we can't thank you enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, y'all.
So until next week, like I said, y'all do y'all thing. We gonna do ours, and we'll catch y'all in the middle.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Peace.
Peace.